Hello, and welcome to the Designing with Love podcast. I am your host, Jackie Pellegrin, where my goal is to bring you information, tips, and tricks as an instructional designer. Hello, GCU students and alumni. Welcome to episode 26 of the Designing with Love podcast. In this episode, I will review the top 10 instructional design models and theories that are used in the field today. For each model or theory, I will provide a brief description, the strengths, and how it is commonly used. As you progress through your program at GCU, you will explore a variety of instructional design models and theories. Gaining an understanding of these frameworks and how to apply them effectively will prepare you to approach a wide range of instructional design projects with confidence. This knowledge will help you become a versatile and well-rounded instructional designer equipped to work across different industries. All right, so let's get started. The first model I will cover is the ADDIE model. The ADDIE model is a foundational instructional design framework that consists of 5 phases: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. Some of the key strengths of the ADDIE model include that it is a clear, systematic process, it is flexible and adaptable, and works for any learning environment. The ADDIE model is commonly used in corporate training programs, higher education course design, and government and military instructional development. Next is Bloom's taxonomy, which can be described as a classification of learning objectives originally developed in a hierarchy from knowledge to evaluation. The taxonomy was developed by Benjamin Bloom in 1956. The hierarchy was later revised in 2001 to include remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. The verbs contained within the remember and understand hierarchy are known as the lower order thinking skills, or LOTS for short, while the verbs contained within the analyze, evaluate, and create hierarchy are known as the higher order thinking skills, also known as HOTS for short. These higher order thinking skills also demonstrate critical thinking. Some of the strengths of Bloom's taxonomy are that it promotes higher order thinking, helps design measurable objectives, and is easy to apply across disciplines. Bloom's taxonomy is commonly used in curriculum development, learning outcomes alignment, and assessment creation. The third model is Gagne's 9 events of instruction, which is a model that utilizes a sequence of instructional steps that mirror how people learn, starting with gaining attention and ending with enhancing retention. Some of the key strengths of the model is it is an instructionally rich framework, emphasizes learner engagement, and supports both classroom and digital learning. Gagne's 9 events of instruction is commonly used in lesson planning, online course development, and instructor-led training design. Next is Merrill's first principles of instruction, which is best described as a model that includes 5 set of principles. The principles include task-centered, activation, demonstration, application, and integration, which emphasizes real-world problem solving. Some of the strengths of the model is it emphasizes deep learning, is research-based, and is effective across instructional formats. Merrill's first principles of instruction is commonly used in higher education courses, scenario-based learning, and competency-based training. The 5th model I will cover in this podcast is the SAM model, which stands for Successive Approximation Model. This model is best known as an agile, iterative alternative to the ADDIE model that emphasizes collaboration, prototyping, and feedback from stakeholders. Some of the key strengths of the SAM model is it is fast and flexible, encourages early testing, and is ideal for dynamic environments. The SAM model is commonly used for e-learning development, corporate learning and development projects, and for design teams who use agile methods. Next is the Dick and Carey model, which can be described as a systems-based approach where instruction is designed as a connected set of components. The components include goals, analysis, assessments, and instruction. Some of the strengths of this model is detailed and rigorous, emphasizes alignment, and focuses on measurable outcomes. The Dick and Carey model is commonly used in instructional design courses, formal training evaluation, and education program development. Now I will cover the constructivist learning theory, which is built upon the premise that learners actively construct knowledge through their experiences and interactions, rather than passively retrieving information. Some of the key strengths of this model is it is learner-centered, encourages critical thinking, and promotes autonomy and discovery. The constructivist learning theory is commonly used in project-based learning, active learning strategies, and informal and social learning. The eighth model is the ARCS model, which stands for Attention, Relevance, Confidence, and Satisfaction. The ARCS model is most well known as a motivational design model that addresses each of these areas to engage learners. Many instructional designers who work in higher education and corporate training utilize this model to help motivate and actively engage learners. Some of the strengths of the ARCS model is that it focuses on learner motivation, is practical and actionable, and enhances engagement. The ARCS model is commonly used to develop e-learning courses, adult learning programs, and marketing style instructional content. Next is cognitive load theory, which focuses on how instructional design can manage working memory load to improve learning efficiency. Some of the key strengths of this theory is it emphasizes clarity and simplicity, guides multimedia design, and is supported by cognitive psychology. Cognitive load theory is commonly used when developing online learning materials, instructional videos and animations, and technical training. The final model I will cover in this podcast is Universal Design for Learning, also known as UDL. This model is an inclusive instructional design framework that offers multiple means of engagement, representation, and expression to support diverse learners. Some of the strengths of the UDL model is it supports accessibility and equity, encourages flexible content delivery, and is backed by neuroscience. The UDL model is most commonly used in K-12 higher education, online learning platforms, and when developing accessibility compliance. I hope you have found this information about the top 10 instructional design models and theories helpful as you design and develop instructional solutions and learning experiences. As a recap, we covered the top 10 models and theories, including a brief description, strengths, and common usage. If you would like to view a visual resource of the models and theories I covered in this episode, please visit the resources section in the show notes. As a key takeaway, I would recommend picking one of the models or theories covered in this episode and apply it to your next project. As I conclude this episode, I wanted to share an inspiring quote by the late Steve Jobs. Design is not just what it looks like or feels like, but how it works. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this podcast episode today. Your support means the world to me. If you'd like to help keep the podcast going, you can share it with a friend or colleague, leave a heartfelt review, or offer a monetary contribution. Every act of support, big or small, makes a difference, and I'm truly thankful for you.